Hello friends, welcome back with another video. Today we are going to talk about the decline of Mughal Empire. So stay tuned. The Mughal Empire was one of the largest and most powerful empire in the Indian subcontinent, which existed from 1526 to 1857. The Mughals were descendants of the Mongol Empire, and the term Mughal is derived from the Persian word Mughal, meaning Mongol. The founder of the Mughal Empire was Babur, who was a descendant of Genghis Khan and Timur. In 1526, Babur defeated the Sultan of Delhi, Ibrahim Lodi, in the Battle of Panipat and established the Mughal Empire in India, ruling over a vast territory from the early 16th century to the mid-19th century. However, by the mid-18th century, the empire began to decline, and a number of factors contributed to its eventual collapse. The Mughal Empire's succession system was based on the principle of primogeniture, which meant that the eldest son of the emperor would inherit the throne. However, this system was often disrupted by the intervention of powerful nobles, who sought to influence the succession in favor of their preferred candidate. This led to a string of weak rulers who were often puppets in the hands of these nobles. Many of these rulers lacked the necessary skills and leadership qualities to effectively manage the empire, leading to corruption and instability. Moreover, the system of polygamy meant that the emperor had many sons who would often fight for the throne, leading to succession wars and instability. Furthermore, the practice of appointing provincial governors and other officials based on loyalty rather than merit meant that many of these officials were corrupt and incompetent, leading to a breakdown in the administration of the empire. This weakened the central authority of the Mughals, making it difficult for them to effectively govern their vast empire. As a result, the weakness of the succession system contributed significantly to the decline of the Mughal Empire, as weak and ineffective rulers were unable to manage the empire, leading to corruption and instability. This, in turn, made it easier for external powers and regional states to challenge the authority of the Mughals, leading to their eventual collapse. Friends, economy also played major role in decline of Mughals empire. The Mughal Empire's economy was one of the most prosperous in the world during its early years. However, over time, the empire's economy began to decline due to various factors. One of the primary reasons for the economic decline of the Mughal Empire was the cost of wars. The empire was involved in numerous expensive wars, such as the Deccan Wars and the wars against the Marathas, which drained the treasury and weakened the economy. Another factor was the high taxes imposed by the Mughal rulers. The empire levied heavy taxes on the peasants, which increased the burden on the common people and led to a decline in their standard of living. The high taxes also discouraged trade and commerce, which further weakened the economy. Inflation was another factor that contributed to the economic decline of the Mughal Empire. The influx of silver from the New World into the global economy led to a rise in prices, which impacted the Mughal Empire's economy. Moreover, the increased demand for luxury goods led to the outflow of precious metals from the empire, which further weakened the economy. The decline in the Mughal Empire's economy had a significant impact on the revenue of the state. The treasury was unable to keep up with the growing expenses of the empire, which led to a decline in the quality of services provided by the state. This, in turn, led to a decrease in the revenue of the state, which further weakened the economy. Overall, the economic decline of the Mughal Empire was a result of various factors, including expensive wars, high taxes, inflation, and a decrease in revenue. This weakened the economy, leading to a decline in the standard of living of the people and contributed to the eventual collapse of the Mughal Empire. Political instability was one of the major reasons for the decline of the Mughal Empire. The Mughal Empire was a vast empire, and its stability depended on the ability of the central authority to maintain control over the regional governors and nobility. However, over time, the central authority of the Mughals weakened, and the regional governors and nobility began to assert their independence. This led to internal conflicts among the nobility, as various factions vied for power and influence. The regional governors, who were appointed by the emperor, often rebelled against the central authority of the Mughals, either to establish their own independence or to challenge the authority of the emperor. The most significant of these rebellions was the Deccan Rebellion led by Aurangzeb's brother, which drained the resources of the empire and weakened its central authority. Moreover, the rise of powerful regional states such as the Marathas, who were able to challenge the authority of the Mughals, further destabilized the empire. The Marathas were able to establish their own independent state, and the decline of the Mughals allowed other regional states to emerge and assert their independence as well. All of these factors contributed to political instability, which weakened the central authority of the Mughals, made it difficult for them to effectively govern their vast empire. This, in turn, made it easier for external powers such as the British to establish their control over Indian territories, contributed to the eventual collapse of the Mughal Empire. During the decline of the Mughal Empire, several regional powers emerged that challenged the central authority of the Mughals. The most significant of these powers were the Marathas. The Maratha Empire was founded by Shivaji, who challenged the authority of the Mughals in the Deccan region. Shivaji established a strong, centralized state that was able to resist Mughal power and expand its territories. Under the leadership of Shivaji's successors, the Marathas were able to establish their authority over vast territory that included large parts of modern-day India. The rise of the Marathas, along with other regional powers, weakened the central authority of the Mughals. The Mughals were unable to effectively control these regional powers, which led to further instability and conflict. Moreover, the emergence of regional powers led to the fragmentation of the empire, as various regions became independent or were brought under the control of regional powers. This weakened the Mughal Empire and contributed to its eventual collapse. The Marathas, in particular, played a significant role in the decline of the Mughal Empire. They were able to establish their own independent state, which challenged the authority of the Mughals and weakened the central authority of the empire. The Marathas were also involved in numerous wars against the Mughals, such as the Battle of Panipat, which further weakened the empire. In conclusion, the rise of regional powers, such as the Marathas, was a significant factor in the decline of the Mughal Empire. The emergence of these powers weakened the central authority of the Mughals, led to further instability, and contributed to the eventual collapse of the empire. During the decline of the Mughal Empire, the British gradually established their control over Indian territories. This external threat posed a significant challenge to the Mughal Empire's authority and contributed to its eventual decline. One of the significant events that marked the beginning of the British's control over India was the Battle of Plassey in 1757. The British, under the leadership of Robert Clive, were able to defeat the army of the Nawab of Bengal and establish their control over Bengal. This marked the beginning of the British's territorial conquest in India. Over the next few decades, the British gradually expanded their control over Indian territories, taking advantage of the political instability and fragmentation of the Mughal Empire. They were able to establish control over large parts of India through a combination of military force, diplomacy, and alliances with local rulers. In conclusion, the external threat posed by the British was a significant factor in the decline of the Mughal Empire. The British gradually established their control over Indian territories, taking advantage of the political instability and weakening the Mughal Empire's economy. This led to the eventual decline and collapse of the Mughal Empire. And finally, the Mughal Empire was eventually weakened by internal strife, corruption, and external attacks from the Marathas, Sikhs, and the British. The last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, was exiled by the British in 1858, and this marked the end of the Mughal Empire. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the video.